bewildering, it's complicated, it's messy, and it's potentially life-changing. Without the proper defense, or without the proper team behind you to resolve the issue, the victim bears the burden of the problem. Now, ID theft, and I know all of you know this because of the fact that you're sitting in this room, it's more than someone stealing your credit card number, right guys? Right. It is a complicated problem. Also, there's no target. So anybody can be a victim. And we looked at this year over year, just based on the people who we see are victims. Any age, any social class, any income level, any area in the country, any level of creditworthiness can be a victim. So with that as the backdrop, let me get into some of what we're going to talk about today. I think we would all agree that ID Shield is better than that annoying company called LifeLock. Right? Don't get me wrong, they do a lot of marketing. There's a lot of sizzle, but no steak. So these are 8 things I want you to remember. I think it's 8. Number 1, ID Shield, your product, has the power of the world's oldest risk management firm behind it, Kroll. My colleagues are fighting fraud every day around the world. And we are on the front lines of these theft issues. So that's number 1. Number 2, your product has full-time, licensed, private investigators with unmatched experience working on behalf of you and your consumers to resolve issues around ID theft. They are there for consultation and restoration. They're full-time employees. They're not 17-year-olds with call center training. They are licensed private investigators. They are background checked. They are certified by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. They are licensed private investigators doing your bidding. I think that's pretty cool.
Yes.
We have now, the new product has preemptive monitoring on areas of privacy, security, and credit. There's now a $5 million service guarantee. You have emergency access to Kroll investigators 24/7. Emergency access. Have all of you downloaded the mobile app? Yeah. All right, you got a mobile app for your smartphone. Now, one of the things that we've talked about over the last 6 months are our philosophy. And this really has always been our philosophy, but I think we do a better job talking about it now. Kroll does whatever it takes for as long as it takes to resolve the issues at hand. Once a case is open, it stays open until it's resolved. And after the initial resolution of an issue, we keep the case open for another 90 days. We want to make sure it's clean. We want to make sure the consumer's issues are clean. Ironically, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a case that's been open for 7 years, right? This is one of your members who the case can't close. Every time we think it's resolved, something pops up. So we want it open. And that consumer has worked with the same investigator for 7 years.
Wow.
That speaks to the passion of our team. And we have if you get a chance today, we have a booth. We have about 3 or 4 of our investigators that are here to talk to you, to ask you to answer questions, and to be here today as part of the convention. So feel free to see them. Finally, number 8. This is the only product in the market that allows for joint resolution of identity theft issues and legal issues stemming from identity theft. So if you have both Legal Shield and ID Shield, a Kroll licensed investigator and a provider firm work together. The power 1 + 1 in this case equals 10, okay?
Wow.
They're working together to get your back, right? Because there are issues that are legal in nature that a licensed investigator can't do. If there's a criminal identity theft, a lawyer has to be involved to some degree, but our investigator can be involved as well. Those two together are an amazing power. So, I'm not going to quiz you because we're going to run out of time, but I want you to remember those things, and when you go to your next group, I want you to hit them hard. A couple things quickly, how we stay ahead of the curve. We do a ton of market research. So in 2009, we looked at how satisfied consumers were with the products in the market. And what we found out was they were satisfied, but not as much as they could be. So flash forward to 2010 or 2011, we launched the premium product. that we had for a period of time. We went to the market, I think we interviewed, in that case, 7,000 consumers to find out what was interesting to them and what would make them want to buy. In 2011, we looked at the competitive market, and we do this quarterly now with Legal Shield, but we look to see who is doing what. What are our marketing friends at LifeLock doing? What sizzle are they adding and not knocking up the steak? What are the things that they're doing? And we do that against a whole bevy of competitors.